We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
I'm not too great, bro. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. All right, what we've got for you now is Kung Fu Panda 4, the official 2 minutes and 27 trailer. Let's go.
It is time to take the next step on your journey.
I'm not going to be the Dragon Warrior anymore?
You will advance to spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace.
Inner peace. Inner peace.
Keep your surf off my turf.
Dinner, please. Dinner with peas. So glaze. This is not working at all.
Tyler?
It's back.
Big fan. Once I possess the kung fu of every master villain, no one will dare question my power.
Not even the great Dragon Warrior.
Who's that?
The most powerful shape-shifting sorceress, the chameleon.
How do I find this? The chameleon.
I'm gonna lead you right to her front door.
It was against an army.
Then we'll just have to get an army of our own.
What is this place?
The best crooks and criminals live here.
You're a wanted criminal?
You sound surprised. Is it surprising?
Now you kids be careful of those fireworks.
Violence makes our tummies tingle.
Why should we help you?
We can take down the chameleon together. Being the Dragon Warrior, it's who I am. Skadoosh. What do I know about being a spiritual leader?
What is it you're holding?
A cookie?
You were chosen to become something more than you already are.
How should we do this? Quick and painless? Or slow and painful?
Slow and painful.
You finally met your match, chameleon.
We're not so different, you and I.
Skadoosh. Stand back. I'm gonna kick my butt.
Oh, man. What you man saying about Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah, man, it looks calm, man. You know what? There's that bit. It kind of gave me a World's Ends vibe a little bit when with that thing. So if we're going there where we live in the valley where it's all green pastures and stuff, and we go a bit darker with that, I'll be interested in that, man.
I've always admired Kung Fu Panda to be as creative as it can be with the martial arts as well as the animals.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that now that they've got a chameleon that can transform and take other people's powers, that's really pretty legit. I'm missing the what's it called? The something five? Not the Fast Five. I forgot what they're called, but basically the five. I like the way, obviously, because they're obviously martial arts like stances. So I was like, now that we've got the chameleon and they're doing all that kind of madness, so it's jokes. It's a good time. Alcohol required. So the fact that they got number 4, that's pretty legit as well. So.
There's Kung Fu Panda for you, ladies and gentlemen. If you've got any questions, queries, theories about Kung Fu Panda, hit up the super chats where we're heading right now. Boom. See what you're not saying.
So we got a man like Isaac Taylor.
Isaac, what's popping, man?
We are experiencing a decline of a genre. Westerns are replaced by gangster films, and those were replaced by action movies. Superheroes may be next.
It's just the times, isn't it?
I don't really agree, man. I don't really agree. Best movie of this year was a Western.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Westerns, we've been getting more and more Westerns.
We're not. We get the same amount of Westerns every year. The same way we're going to get the same amount of superhero trailers, superhero movies every year. It's just like, next year, it's like I said, there'll be a lull. In fact, it's not even like there's going to be a lull. There's going to be, 4?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Deadpool 3 from Sony,
Madame
Web, and Joker. That's 6. That's 6. Every Marvel movie, on average, earns $1 billion. So over their 33 movies, they've earned I think it's just under $34 billion. Do you know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Like, we're cool, bro. Like, people are like, oh, Disney are having it down yet. They made $2 billion the year before and have made $1 billion and something this year, bro.
Yeah, me personally, I don't feel that.
But this is where I'm giving the context of the situation.
Yeah, and this is where I'm like,
we're talking about the decline of a genre.
How do people get to that?
To be honest, I feel like what's happened is it's like a gold rush, innit? Like, superhero movies were before the Avengers. Yeah, there were superhero movies before Avengers. I don't know how many were coming out a year, but I would still say I bet you it was about 3 or 4. Yeah, superhero movies coming out a year. Then superhero movies became the blockbuster movies. Yeah, for the last 10 years. Yeah, we're even still in that. They're still the blockbuster movies. What we're gonna come out of is them being the blockbuster movie. Maybe. And I'm saying maybe. And if that happens, it's still not for like 5-6 years, bro. Because we've got Superman Legacy, blockbuster. Batman 2, blockbuster. Batman 3, which we can guarantee is coming out in 2027, 2028, blockbuster. So that's 5 years from now, bro. It's set in stone. Like, it's not a decline of a genre, bro. Like, you think they're not planning new superhero movies today? He just got the job. These look like, and you know, when we think about it, someone might be like, yeah, but the audience ain't gonna go. What are they gonna go watch?
That's what, for me, I was saying, not necessarily the decline, but the new, you say, popping genre, then maybe would be gaming.
They're not good yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but that's the same thing with the superhero
the superhero movies, I think they were good before. I just think it gets popular.
Okay, yeah. So, like I say, in a sense where, like, I've never seen so many times where we go, oh, we're getting Mario, now we're getting this and we're getting that. I feel like now that superhero movies are, you say, not even declining but plateauing, I would say then the next one that they're looking for then will be like gaming ones, if that's even going to be a genre. Because Minecraft is coming out, which I'm quite surprised that's getting a movie. Like,
I'm not surprised it's getting a movie, man.
Okay,
Pac-Man's got a movie. But do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And this is what I would say. These things have been consistently, like, because Minecraft's getting a movie, we're gonna act like no video game has ever got a movie before. We've been getting video game movies. They've just not been good. So let's say what was the general consensus now? Okay, superhero movies are out, which I don't know how they can be out. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't understand how anyone can ever say any genre is out. Every genre is in forever once it becomes a genre, because people are always gonna make it, like superheroes before and after. So let's say superhero video game movies come in. That just means that all of the popular and top creators are now working on video game movies. It's hard for that to happen because those people got to work on the games, yeah? Those writers, those specific ones. Do you know what I'm saying? But the writers and directors, like, you're like, I don't see Christopher Nolan being like, I'm going to go do a video game adaptation. Do you get what I'm saying? That makes me hard to believe that, like, there's going to be this big shift to that. I think that it's going to stay consistent. They're going to continually have video game movies. The majority are not going to be good because the people who write these stories, the majority of them stay in the games. Yeah? So, like, we was talking about Last of Us, and you was like, as long as Druckmann's involved, we're all right. And what did I say? Druckmann's involved now, and season 1, even with Oscar Isaac, there's question marks about it. That, to me, would just be like, nah, bruv, his best, the video game art, I think, stories are always going to be better in the video games. And that's where I feel like they have always missed the translation in film already. And I think that bridging that is going to be too hard because in video games, you can participate, bruv. And I think that's what always ties you deeper into them than, like, the adaptations of the movie. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what Uncharted movie are you going to watch that's going to make you feel the same thing that you felt when you played through the highway scene or the train scene in Uncharted 2. It's impossible.
No, like yeah, well, that's the adaptation bit where it will make you feel different as opposed to you interacting with the highway scene, then you actually like watching the highway scene. Obviously, like I'm not sure how you'd go about adaptating that, but
You might have to get Toretto on that one.
I was gonna say, so you'd have to find a similar genre that you'd feel like this suits Uncharted. Well, I feel like most people, unfortunately, the creators that do come involved with the gaming ones, most of them don't understand what they're trying to adaptate. Like, let's go back to Assassin's Creed. I feel like that one's almost like a timepiece of a particular time, but you're almost trying to make it futuristic. I don't feel like the person who did that kind of understood or even went back to the actual material of the game to cohesively make that happen. They got Michael Fassbender, who was hot at the time. I haven't particularly watched most of the movie because I was like, whoa, what's actually happening on here? But you know what I'm saying?
Till this day.
Man's a legit actor. But everything else fell apart. So
I think when it comes to like an adaptation to a medium, if the medium you're adapting to isn't the final product isn't better than the other product, it's never gonna run. So comic books, you got a comic book. The adaptation of the comic book is into a movie. The movie can be better than the comic book.
Right.
In the video game for me, more times than not, is gonna be better than the movie. That's why I don't think they will ever transition that way. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because the strongest component is the video game. Whereas you can build on a comic book. You can build on an animation. Do you know what I'm saying? Into live action. This is why some people are like, yo, animated movies can't even win the best picture. Because it's an evolution of the situation. Whereas with the game, they've given you the best narrative, plus you're in it.
Yeah, you're in it. Yeah.
It's bruv, even if it's like the movie's good, you're still like, bruv, I can play Uncharted.
I'm
like,
looking at the same.
yeah, and I think so. In terms of just like video games being the next, I think that video games will always be there. Like their movies will never like be winning the box office, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think if they are, that means that something's wrong going on in gaming. Something's wrong in gaming. 100%, bro. Why you think gaming could be the biggest in games, and then they'll be dominating the box office as well?
I would say it's possible.
Crazy.
If you understand the audience. Because I don't feel like everyone that plays games is then also going to watch the movies. I feel like if you're making the movies, you're going to have to also make it for a casual enough person that they've never played said property. Go and watch it and be like, that's a banging movie. And I feel like that's what's missing a majority of the time, especially with...
I can't believe that's ever happened once. Have you ever watched a video game movie and been like, that's a banging movie?
Yeah, what was it? This always happens. I was like,
because it's not banging. Because it don't bang.
I'm pretty sure.
We got time.
The only thing
Gran Turismo came out this year, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I can think of that was like perhaps the best was the series, which was the Last of Us series.
And that's what I'm saying.
Series.
If that's the best, bro. And The Last of Us is good, bro. But if that's the best, we're struggling, bro. Yeah, look it up, bro.